Meanwhile, we are looking at more developments that have unfolded through the day. And it seems that this summer, as far as the prospects of a hot summer are concerned, we are expecting things to go above normal. The temperatures, the Indian Meteorological Department, the IMD, we've been speaking to them, and they've been warning of heat waves over the next 3 months. And this means that the El Nino conditions are expected to stay until the month of June. So above normal temperatures are expected, and they would largely be over central and western peninsular India, but of course at the plains as well. In fact, we got a word from the Union Minister. Kiran Rijiju had this to say.
During election in India, we all know people are going to come out. There will be election rallies, meetings, movement. Officials will be on the ground. There will be security, personnel movement. There will be heavy, activities all across the country. So that is how we will have the maximum exposure. So that is why it is more important and relevant for all of us to understand the situation.
Well, that's the word we got from the minister. Let's also understand how this entire summer could pan out, how much of that impact could play out on our agricultural produce this time as well. Dr. D. Sivananda Pai is the head of climate research and services at the IMD. He's joining us from New Delhi. Great to have you with us, Dr. Pai. Tell us really, how hot is this summer going to be? And as far as rainfall, which brings us the reprieve from this hot weather, when are we expecting it to come? What's the forecast?
See, generally, we know that climatologically, we experience heat waves from March to July. And if you see that April to June is the 3 months when the highest number of heat waves are experienced. And this is also the time when the temperature becomes maximum, climatologically. Now, this year, as per the IMD multimodal coupled model forecast, it shows that most parts of the country are likely to experience above normal temperature during the season, April to June, as well as April, except a few areas of northeast and some pockets of northwest India and along the west coast. Otherwise, almost all parts of the country we are likely to get above normal, both maximum as well as minimum temperatures. And coming to rainfall, we have given forecast only for April month. Generally, this is the generally that we do. Every month we give a rainfall forecast for the next month. Only for the monsoon season, we give for entire season forecast. So as per our forecast, during April, rainfall is likely to be above normal over north, northwest, and central parts of the country. However, you should understand that these parts during April, generally climatologically, we receive very less rain. So, however, we are likely to get more than what we generally receive.
So we understand about above normal temperatures. That part is quite clear, Dr. Pai, from what you've just said. But the minister, Kiran Rijiju, he mentioned extreme weather conditions, and that has us a little worried. Could you help us understand what that would mean?
See, once we say that, this is being an El Nino year, generally El Nino year, it has been seen that we get above normal temperature. So when you have a temperatures are likely to be above normal, we also likely to experience above normal heat wave days over most parts of the country. So that today's our forecast also indicated that. And already, that, many areas, there is a groundwater shortage also there. And, there can be water issues can come. And whenever temperature is also high, during the pre-monsoon time, we can get significant thunderstorm activity over peninsular India and northeast India. And since after El Nino, when thunderstorm activity means that there can be lightning, there can be extreme rainfall in some days. At the same time, in between that, there can be large time when the temperature will be more, and we may get experience, drought-like situation. So there may be shortage of water in the field actually. So all this can be experienced due to high temperatures.
So high temperatures, these thunderstorms, drought-like conditions, like you mentioned, water might become an issue. All of that also are the kind of conditions that impact our agricultural output, Dr. Pai. Tell us how the impact would play out over there. What kind of crops would get affected?
See, with our interaction with the agriculture, specialist, we understand that in most parts of the country, the wheat crops, harvesting many parts like MP, 90% is harvesting is over, and only state like Haryana, Punjab, in that West UP, etc., UP, etc. There within 10 to 15 days, harvesting will be done, and at this stage they are matured stage actually. So therefore, they say that there will not be much impact of temperature on the wheat crop. That, however, in the coming season, during April, May, June, there we can experience a lot of water stress because of the high temperature. So wherever irrigation facility is not there, there can be water stress can be experienced.
The stress is there, and of course we have to brace ourselves, but we have been talking about the impact of climate change, Dr. Pai. What has the IMD been telling or advising the government on how to minimize the impact of climate change?
So it is naturally every year what we do is that, during the summer monsoon, whenever we expect above normal heat wave days, etc., there has been now almost in all state and UTs where we experience heat wave. There is a heat action plan whereby, every day we give a forecast for next 5 days or 1 week forecast. And whenever temperatures are more, forecast are there, local authority take appropriate action, like, even the job, the workers' job will be shifted to night time. So people are asked not to work during the daytime or when the temperatures are maximum. Similarly, in every places, drinking water facilities being provided wherever necessary. So and health, related heat stress, etc. Hospital becomes ready for any such kind of eventuality. And also when temperatures are more and if there is a chance of vector-borne diseases in areas where there can be some rainfall and high temperature. So whatever appropriate actions has to be there. So these are all generally taken care whenever we give a heat wave conditions or increase in temperature, or there is a possibility of vector-borne diseases cases to increase, etc. So this what forecast that we have given is for the entire season. But in addition to that, we also give for taking actions. We give a weekly forecast and daily forecast. So depending on the situation, next 1 week or next 2 weeks, the local authorities takes appropriate action.
Well, Dr. Pai, we can only hope and pray that the rain gods bring us the all-important reprieve, and we'll keep checking in with you about the progress of the monsoon as well. But thanks very much for helping us understand what we should be getting prepared for. Heatwave conditions is something that the country is going to face, and it is going to be in the plains as much as it's going to be in peninsular India, in the central parts and the western parts. We will keep watching that situation as it develops.